Week 1.
So, I was at work today, and I go to the back part of the gift gallery that I work at. I work in a hospital in Minneapolis. And there is a box. On the box, I see this in big bold letters. What I immediately wanted to do is add an I, because that's exactly what I thought it said.
You, sir, are penis head.
Stop sign. Now, this is a great way to fuck with someone who's a foreigner or someone who just doesn't really know what's going on in America. I know I have bad handwriting, but that says stop taking our people. You just convince them that all these signs are in areas where people are being kidnapped more than twice a day. There's a lot of stop signs in America. And so if you just keep rolling up on those stop signs and just, yeah, man, they're just all over the goddamn road, dude. Just people are just getting abducted. This is worse than the cartel. It's a problem. Yeah. Problem.
Don't leave your body wash in your car overnight, and then the next morning try to use it. It gets really fucking cold, and it feels like Jello when you're rubbing it all over yourself. Looks like I have a hunchback of freaking Notre Dame. My body's moving in some weird ways. Anyways, don't do it, man. It might smell good, but it feels jank.
Random thought. What if human shit was like flubber? Add that to the list of random things that might kill you on your way to work.
Oh, pieces of shit flying around.
Oh. This is very nerve-wracking. Ha! Houston, we have takeoff.
Well, I figured out if my neighbors are giving me shit up there, I just kind of stand up here and shout to them. Put my lips right up to it, make sweet love to the plaster.
Yo, I got a new product enhancer for you. Let's say you take an average candle. For example, you observe this apple and spice candle. It says home life. Should we make a little adjustment? Say this. You're rolling in class, rolling in style, straight up G's. Throw these candles around. The girls sit down on the couch. They see one of these puppies. You know, you can be in the other room and kind of roll one of them across the floor. Pick this thing up and, oh shit, gangsta life.
That's a flat fucking tire right there. Guess when it happened? On my way to work this morning. Great.
I was working today. Somebody handed me a credit card that was dusty. Only thing that wasn't dusty was the little, like, thumbprint that he had touched, and you could see him wiping dust off of his thumb. So I really wanted to ask him if he had been unemployed for a while, but I felt like that would be taking it way too far. You've been, struggling lately, sir? I see this hasn't been used that much. Ah! Is that what you're expecting? You know what? Maybe this wasn't the best glass of water I've ever had in my life, so I'm not going to make that noise. I'm going to lie to you here. Ah!
Force it. Your forceps are not for forcing.
They are for forgiving. These aren't your forceps. These are 3 of my fingers molesting each other as I sing. I was at Lifetime in Eagan tonight, and I saw an elderly woman, mid-50s, strong, solid 5'0's. Had the saggy arms and everything, and I'm sorry, but she was wearing one of those push-up, tight-ass sports bras that was probably 2 sizes too small for her, so that it just pushed her boobs up, made them look great. The rest of her body was just Batwoman. Why are you pushing those up to make those look nice when we all know by looking at the rest of you that those things are saggy? Wear your saggy boobs proudly. If you are the Batwoman, sag. Just wear your sagginess comfortably. That's all I'm saying. No, Tyler.
Grandpa got into the lake again. He don't know how to swim. He's probably been in there about an hour. Get your paddle rods. Let's start digging in bottom of the lake again.
Last year, Grandpa got caught in Big Fish Lake. He'd been down there 3 weeks. Got him out, he was just fine. Grandpa Jackson can breathe underwater for 4 years. Smoking on a cigar here, fucking huge as hell. Damn, that's a big ass pink cigar. That looks really bad, actually.
It's winter cranberry hand soap, and it foams. Oh my goodness, does it smell good. You can tell this is quality. Look at it. The cranberries are surviving in winter. These juices are squeezed from the toughest cranberries on earth.
It's Saturday. That's 7:10 on a Saturday when I don't have to work. Because I had a random thought. Cranberry is probably the worst of all berries. If you're gonna be a berry, cranberry is the worst to be. Because think about it, your name is one letter away from being crapberry. Also, there's a berry called mulberry. That's probably the second worst. How'd you like to be a mulberry?
George Lucas and I used to be friends, that man and me. I'm actually the man that he got the idea for the character Jabba the Hutt from. Lucas is an asshole. I heard that this bastard sold the rights of Star Wars to Disney. Now my question is, what motherfucking cartoon artist at Disney is going to be drawing Jabba the Hutt, huh? Me. You better draw me anatomically correct.
Huh? I can't hear what the hell you're saying. Hold on, let me give you my goodie.
Oh, now I hear you real good. Yeah, I can even hear the little movements inside your body.
So, who wants to go play fucking video games at the arcade and eat Cheetos? Ah! This guy!
Every single week, I'm going to give you guys suggestions of things that I think you guys will find either humorous, trippy, sexual, or something involving Jackie Chan. This week's suggestion is Troll Hunter. Check it out. It's on Netflix. It streams live. Online, meaning you have to be sitting on a line to view this motherfucking broadcast because it's online. If you ain't online, you are offline, and therefore we do not serve that product off of line. The guy that's the main guy in the movie is a hired like population control guy for trolls in Norway, because the Norwegian government doesn't want the public to know that these big ass masturbating trolls are running around in the woods. This guy has to kill them if they go outside of their bounds. So this film crew follows him around the whole movie, and it's actually kind of scary if you watch it with some bass. Hear them trolls coming through the woods. Some of them were carrying a gat. They were trying to troll. They were trolling. Trolls.
It's the end of the week, and now it's time for some reading from a story that I do once a week for this blog. I will read one chapter per week, and this story is The Epic of Jim John. Next time you see me reading this, hopefully I will have gotten a haircut and changed my flat tire on my bike, because both of those happened because of each other. Got a flat tire, couldn't get home to go to my haircut. Before you know it, I'm going to have a full-length head of hair by next week down my shoulders, so hopefully I figure this shit out, folks. Here we go, The Epic of Jim John. This is the tale of a young man growing up in the suburbs of America during the 21st century. And this is Chapter 1, Crusty Fingers. Jim walked through the double doors of the local McDonald's and inhaled the scent of deep-fried American dreams. Today was day one of Jim's employment at McDonald's. Jim walked past the neon-colored, snot-stained, piss-drenched ball pit and noticed a child that seemed to be struggling to turn right side up in the pit.
Don't get him out,
Said the child's grumpy father.
he's having a hissy fit. I'll bring him here when my wife's gone and he starts giving me shit.
Jim nodded and looked back down at the child. now facing upright, flailing his arms, and screaming. Jim went on his way, not sure if the child was truly mad or if the father was neglecting a seizure. Jim walked past the counter and stopped to put on his hat. He looked up and spotted an attractive woman waiting at the drive-thru window. The two made brief eye contact before the woman pretended to respond to a text. Jim was promptly motioned by his manager, Julio, to come to his office. Jim walked in and sat across from Julio.
Jim John, welcome to the team,
said Julio.
I'm about to bring in your training partner, Crusty Fingers. Hey, Crusty, get in here, Crusty.
Crusty Fingers, thought Jim. Why would Julio call him that? Jim turned around and saw a man his age, maybe a year older. Julio put his arm around Crusty.
Jim, this is your training partner, Crusty Fingers. He was involved in the worst deep fryer accident in McDonald's history.
Jim nodded and slowly and awkwardly drifted his eyes over to Crusty. And that's when he saw it. Krusty's right hand. Krusty's right hand was permanently deep fried, with a pinky missing from when a customer mistaked it for a french fry. "Hi," said Jim, and shook the crusty, pinkyless hand.